welcome to the Geeky Girls Knit podcast on location. I'm Cece, also known as Java Pearl.
I'm Dammy, also known as Dammy's Doodles, and we are right by the Waverly train station.
Yes, we're in the Princess Street Gardens here in Edinburgh, so you're going to have to forgive ambient noise because there's lots of people around. We tried to get as far secluded as we could, but also like over here to my right, right, is the train station, so you're probably going to hear trains. We are going to record a couple segments at home because there was so much stuff that we just couldn't bring it all. So we have a review that we'll be doing once we get back to the flat, and we also will do the summertime cow intro when we get back to the flat because we have all the prizes to show you. Today is Wednesday, the 25th of May, 2016.
It's almost summer.
It is almost summer. And this is episode 194. We'd like to say a big welcome back. We love you guys. To all our returning viewers, and a big hiya to any new viewers. Thanks for giving us a shot. We hope you enjoy the show. Dammy, some people introduced themselves in the group this week. Why don't you give them a shout out?
Yes. Sue, who is Purple Suey from Texas, Danny, who is Waters Knit from North Carolina, and Susan, who is Mac Park from England.
Welcome. We're very glad to have you. Thanks for joining us. So if somebody's not a member of our Ravelry group, what should they do and why?
You should join and introduce yourself in our introductions thread because you will get a shout out on our next episode, and you will be able to participate in our cows and giveaways.
That's right. Well, we have a lot of stuff to cover today. The works in
sun.
It is the sun. Oh, it feels so good. It's really windy today, but we're far enough down in the park that I think we're avoiding most of the wind because we're kind of protected on all sides. But you might hear some wind too because it is pretty windy. But I've just taken off my cardigan because down here we're just feeling the sun. It's wonderful. Yeah, and that's probably a motorcycle. They can't see my shirt. I wanted to show them. Look at my shirt that I'm wearing. Super Hulock. Okay, we have a lot of stuff to talk about. A lot of stuff to talk about. The whips are out of control, but Stash Dash starts in 2 days. 2 days. 2 days. So we probably should just get started. Here we go.
And now it's time for a special edition of Ask the Geeky Girls, where you ask us things and we try to answer them at the beginning of the show.
Now I know you're going, Cece, Dammy, y'all have lost control. You've only been doing this for almost 4 years. How come you're putting Ask the Geeky Girls at the beginning of the show? Just because we want to confuse you. No, not really. No, the question leads directly into On the Needles.
Yeah.
So this question is for Dammy. Are y'all ready for this?
Me.
I know you're waiting with bated breath because this is so amazing. Okay, you ready? Amanda, who is Little Panda 518 from Arkansas, asks, my question is for Dammy.
That's me.
Since your mom creates many beautiful designs and you knit them, do you have any plans to design any patterns? Dammy, do you have plans? This is intense. You ready? You ready? Okay, go.
Yes. You knew this. You have known this.
I have known this, but I'm just trying to give them like, oh my gosh. Are you like,
Oh my gosh.
Are you like, oh my gosh? Dammy, do you want to give us any little teaser things? Coming this summer is from one of your favorite TV shows.
Yes, an adaptation of a series of books written by an Edinburgh author.
But it's a US TV show.
Yeah.
And then coming near the holidays is a special collaboration based on our favorite musical ever. And it's going to be 4 patterns over 4 weeks in December. Are you so excited? We are so excited. That's all we can tell you for now. But yes, Dammy is designing. And we can say that you're going to be designing under the Java Pearl Designs business name. We're going to join forces. So that probably means I'm going to end up changing my Ravelry name.
Oh. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
What will you change it to?
I don't know. I'll have to think on it.
You've already had it, Lorelai Cece.
I have. I might go back to Lorelai Cece, which is Gilmore Girls reference. So yeah, we're trying to work out all those details for us to join forces. So yes, coming this summer, Dammy's first pattern. So if somebody has a question for us, what should they do?
You should go to the Ask the Geeky Girls thread in our Ravelry group and post it.
And now, back to your regularly scheduled, in sequential order podcast.
And now it's time for what's on our needles.
Our show notes are down here on Dammy's iPad. That's why we keep looking down, because all the details are down here.
Yeah.
Okay? Okay. So Dammy, what is on your needles?
Okay, I've been working on Noah's solar system, which is a little knitted solar system I'm making for my friend who's turning 5 this July. And he loves space. And I'm using the stockinette short row spear pattern by Brent Annable.
Annable.
On US 1.5, 2.5 millimeters, and lots of fingering weight sock yarn. So this one is Mars.
Hold it closer because it's really cool. I like the yarn you used.
Yeah, this was a mini skein from Ling, who is whimsy.
We just got a gust of wind and the cardigan is going back on.
Ta-da!
Mars.
The red planet. That's not really that red.
Yeah. So what else is on your needles?
Well, I can't show you the pattern, but I can show you the yarn. So,
Don't tell them the name. I think it should be a secret.
well, it's on Ravelry.
Oh, okay. Tell them the name then.
Okay, I'm calling these these are my super secret Elementary socks. Elementary socks.
By who?
By me. Me.
And what needles are you on?
I'm on US 1.5, 2.5 millimeters, and US 2's 2.75 millimeters. And the yarn is Knit Picks Hawthorne Fingering in the St. John's colorway.
So it's like, it's a tonal with lots of shades of brown in it.
Yeah.
But it totally cracks me up that it's, what's the colorway?
St.
St. John's. And in the original Sherlock books, it's John Watson instead of Joan Watson.
Well, Conan Doyle couldn't make up his mind whether Watson was called John or James.
In Sherlock, it's John.
Yeah.
So I thought that was kind of a cool thing, even though it is Joan in elementary. So you're working on that now. We're going to have to get it to testers and to our tech editor.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see, this is the end of May. So you think maybe by like end of July-ish, end of July-ish,
What?
to release the pattern?
Maybe.
That could be cool. All right, do you have anything else on your needles?
No, so what's on your needles?
Oh my Lord, are y'all ready for this? This is gonna be craziness. Okay, so let's start with my zigzag blanket. That's not my zigzag blanket. I have too many projects, and so they're like all stuffed in bags because I have so many on Stash Hiatus. So this is my 10-stitch zigzag blanket by Frankie Brown. I'm on US 4 3.5 mil needles and so much yarn. Right now I am using the Spoilers colorway from Pandia's Jewels, and I think I have 11 to go on it because there are 20 zigzags total per row. And once I finish this stripe, why are you laughing at me?
No, there's a little Jack Russell Terrier fetching balls.
Oh, okay.
He's so tiny.
When I finish this stripe, do you know what it's gonna mean?
What?
I'm 25% done with the blanket.
Only at 25% done? You've been doing this for a year.
I know, I have been doing it for over a year now. I still think that it'll be 2019 when I finish.
I'll turn 20 that year.
Oh, shut up. No, that's not. I said that in a very loving way. She loves to harass me about how old she's going to be at certain points.
I'm turning 17 this year.
Oh, hush. Okay, next up. I have a pair of socks for me that I'm calling Mr. Smith Needs a Pink Lady Socks.
Oh.
You'll understand in a minute. This is from my French Vanilla Cappuccino sock pattern from my Coffee with CC book. I'm on US 1.5 2.5 mil needles, and the yarn is the Toes, Heels, and Cuffs is Holiday Yarns Flock Sock in the Pink Lady colorway, and the main color is Pandia's Jewels Hand-Dyed Yarn and Fiber Snug in the Mr. Smith I Need You colorway. So Mr. Smith needs a pink lady. The first sock is done, and I'm getting close to the heel on the second one. So these will be another stash finish for me. And then I am working on birthday socks for our little friend Noah, who's turning 5. I'm using the Tube Socks for Kids pattern by Jane Richmond. I'm on US 2s, 2.75 mil, and I'm using Knit Pick Stroll Tweed in the North Pole Heather colorway. And I am so in love with how these are turning out with the tweed. I have about like 5 inches maybe done, and they have to be, I think, 13.5 before I do the cuff. They're going slower because I'm doing them 2 at a time, but I still have plenty of time. And there's a train. Things are flying away. That was a train. Okay, now I am working on a birthday hat for my niece Lola. I'm using the Barley pattern by Tin Can Knits, which is a fabulous pattern. I've knit it several times, as have you. And I'm on US 6's 4 mil needles and US 8's 5 mil needles. And I'm using some hand spun. It was hand spun by, I don't know how you say her Ravelry name. Aiden. She gifted it to me last year at the Geeky Puffin Knitpalooza retreat. And so she called it her Cece's Geeky Puffin Knitpalooza Memorial Skein hand spun. So there's that. And I'm also using West Yorkshire Spinners Air Valley Erin in the light brown colorway. So I did the light brown for the brim, and now I'm knitting up the hand spun. I didn't think I would have enough, so that's why I did a different color brim. How fun are these stitch markers? So there's the coffee cup with a rose.
Coming to investigate us.
Oh, we have a pigeon guest. And there's the Frappuccino one. And when I get ready for the decreases, I will use the coffee bean ones that are from this set. I think I showed those stitch markers to you a while back on the podcast. So I have also now cast on my curly pullover, which I'm knitting with the designer Kathleen Dames, and she has the Sweater podcast. And so it's a knit along, and it's fabulous. I'm on US 4's 3.5 mil needles, and the yarn is Reggio World College Color 6 ply in the exam colorway. It's a self-striping. Now the cool thing about this, I am modifying the sweater to be short sleeved because I always end up pushing my sleeves up, so I'm just going to do it short sleeve. But this yarn is self-striping. How fun is that? And the really cool thing about this sweater, it's like when somebody wears it, it looks like it's all purled. Mm-hmm. It's because you knit it and then flip it inside out. How brilliant is that?
So you don't have to do a whole sweater full of purling.
Exactly. So I've only done just a little bit of the sleeve, but I'm going to turn it inside out to show you what it looks like. So there is the cuff, and then that. And if you sign up for her knit along, you get the pattern for free right now, which is really cool. So you should definitely do that. This is going to be a lot of fun. I'm really excited. We have a lot of kids leaving the park. Maybe we will take a wee break and come right back. All right, we're back. There was a big group of kids and their teachers like having picnic and stuff here in the park, but they were leaving, and like the walkway is like right on my right hand side, and so it was getting a little loud. I have another project into Stash Dash hiatus. So this makes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 patterns in Stash Dash hiatus. Projects. If you don't know what Stash Dash is, it is a knit along that the Knit Girls podcast does. It starts Friday and runs through August something. And there is a thread about it in our group if you want to chat, or just in our group, because the thread in the Knit Girls group is like hugely busy and hard to keep up with sometimes. So I've started a thread in our group, and some people are going to like do their draft post in the thread, which is cool. You should do that. So the one that just now has gone into Stash Dash hiatus is my Ain't No Party Like a Unicorn Party shawl, which is another pattern by Kathleen Dames. I'm on US 6's 4 mil needles. I'm going to let you tell the colors as I point them out because there's a lot of them.
Okay.
So, all right. So the main color is
Chopped Ginger Wool Project Teasewater Fingering in the natural colorway.
And I decided to do more colored stripes. She only does 3, but I did more because I wanted to.
You needed more unicorns.
I did need more colors. So start with the blue one.
So the blue one is Knit Circus Aerialist Fingering in the Blue Skies Ahead colorway.
The green.
Knit Circus Greatest of Ease in the Holly Leaves colorway.
The pink.
Knit Circus Greatest of No, the green one is Pixie Dust Fingering, and the pink one is Knit Circus Greatest of Ease in the Raspberry Rhapsody colorway.
The gray, black.
Ripple's Crafts in the Pickween colorway.
The yellow.
Ginger's Hand-Dyed Splinter DK in the Liquid Sunshine colorway.
The purple.
Unknown.
And the final pink.
Knitting in France Sparkles in the Something About Cece colorway.
So, it's kind of hard to tell much about this shawl right now because it's all bunched up, but it is like a big triangular. Can you pull down the middle a little bit maybe, but don't, yeah. So it's going to be an epic shawl, and so it is now in Stash Dash hiatus, just waiting to be finished. My Stash Dash hiatus is out of control. And that is everything that I've got on the needles that I have not previously told you was in Stash Dash hiatus.
Yep.
Yep. So I think we're ready to move to the next segment.
And now it's time to talk about our finished projects, because yes, I have finished projects.
All right, so what did you finish this week?
I finished another thing that I don't have with me, because I gave it away.
What was it?
Because lots of my friends have birthdays in May, and that rhymed. So this was a headband from my friend Rowan, and it's spelled in the Gaelic way. So it has an unnecessary D and an H and A's and a U.
Why don't you tell them how it is spelled?
R-U-A-D-H-A-N.
Okay.
So it's Rowan.
Rowan. What was it?
The pattern was Starstruck Headband by Erin Anderson, and the last time I knit this was 2012.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yes, I did it on, I slightly modified it. I cast on
It's a free pattern, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
I cast on 16 stitches instead of however many it told you to cast on. And I used US 5s, 3.75, and I used a 4-ply, the West Yorkshire Spinners signature 4-ply in the Wood Pigeon colorway.
Okay.
And here's a picture of it.
Yes.
And here's another picture of Rowan wearing it.
And what did she say?
She loved it. She put it on immediately.
So you put a button on it so that she could adjust the size.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it fit her where I put the button.
Oh, good. Okay.
Like where I had buttoned it. So.
Okay. Great. Great. Did you finish anything else?
Yes, but I can't show it to you.
We don't even have it with us.
Yeah. These are the Gilmore Girls socks, super secret ones that I was working on. They were on US 1.5, 2.5 millimeters, and the yarn was Knitting in France 2 at a time socks in a secret colorway.
And so this is a design by me that'll be coming out. Stay tuned for the announcements at the end, because I'm going to remind you again about when this kit is going on sale in June, because there are only 30 kits available. Once they're gone, they're gone. So, all right, did you finish anything else?
Nope. So what'd you finish?
I finished my weekly preemie hat. This is number 21 for the year. And hello train. This is for my free top-down preemie hat pattern on Ravelry. I did this on US 6's 4mm needles, and the yarn is, this is the leftovers of the Pandea's Jewels Delight in the I'm in Love with an 18th Century Scotsman.
That's how
colorway.
much there was left after I finished the cowl.
Yeah. So that, and then an unknown purple yarn is what I paired with it. And I used every last centimeter of the yarn. So, there we go. So 21 for the year. Yay! And that's everything I finished.
I finished more projects than you.
But next week,
I won't finish more
it's going to be crazy pants. Just you wait. Crazy pants.
Okay.
Okay, we should move on to the next segment. And now it's time for our favorite part of the show. I feel like this should be like a song. Yummies.
Oh.
What are yummies, Mare?
Yummies are our current favorite things, things we like, things we want to talk to you about.
Yummies. I had a lot of coffee before we recorded. Oh, yeah. Yeah. So, first up, I went to our favorite local yarn shop this week, Ginger Twist Studio, and picked up a few things, like the new Pom Pom Quarterly. This is issue 17, summer 2016, in which I want to knit almost every single pattern in this magazine. Amazing. We are going to review this for you on next week's episode, because we have 2 other reviews to do on this week's episode.
Yes.
Yes. But while I was there, I also picked up a skein of yarn. This is Lofty it's not chunky. No, it's bulky. Lofty, bulky. In the coal colorway. It's 80/20 merino nylon, 100 grams, 116 yard. It's a black. And I also bought this gorgeous square button with leaves on it. It's a ceramic button. And I will tell you in the review section what I'm gonna knit with this because it's epic. I also got the Outlander kit goodies from Julia, who is Nimrus. So I'm gonna show them to you right quick. She did stickers. There's Jamie. And there's Claire. How fabulous are they?
Where are you gonna put them?
Probably in my journal. They're epic.
In your journal, on your journal?
Well, remember, because I'm changing to a new journal system.
Oh, yeah.
Once I get that set up, I'm still going to be bullet journaling, but I'm changing some things up. Once I get it set up, I will show y'all, I promise. And then Julia also did Progress Keeper stitch markers using those same images of Jamie and Claire.
Adorbs.
They're so adorable. And then she also did these badges, J. Supri, and at first I was like, what is this? This is the ring, her wedding ring from Jamie, because he had it made for my key.
Oh.
So that's what it is around it. Isn't that cool? That will go on my board next to my desk. And then she also made these, Dammy's gonna keep one and I'm gonna keep one. Yeah, she's including these with orders. She includes one with the orders until she runs out. But she sent ones for you and I. So they're yarn balls with knitting needles with a skull on them, and they're just regular stitch markers with the things. They're fabulous. I haven't been in her shop in the last couple of days, but when I was last in her shop, pendiasjewels.com, she had some of the extra Outlander goodies for individual sale. So you should go check that out if you are interested in that. I am so in love with what Julia is doing right now with her art and drawing. I showed y'all, was it last week I showed them the Doodle Dame?
Yeah.
I'm so in love with what she's doing. She's amazing. Way to go, Julia. All right, I want to tell you about, there's a little boy. He wants to come play over here with us. Oh, cute. So I joined a book club, but this book club likes to have crazy fun as well. See, there's the little boy right behind us.
And puppies.
And puppies are coming towards us. So we do fun things too, not just reading books. I mean, reading books is fun, but we also we go out to like pubs and stuff. So last night we went to a pub and participated in a pub quiz. This was my first time ever to participate in a pub quiz. We epically lost, last place, but it was fun. But I wanted to tell you the story because it's so funny. So the way this pub, these dogs don't like each other apparently. Oh dear, I'm kind of scared. I'm a little worried. Okay. Okay.
Just look at the camera and keep talking.
Okay, they're worrying. They're on leashes, but it's okay. So this pub quiz, so it was 6 rounds of 5 questions each, but the 5th question in every round was a multi-part question. And so one of those multi-part questions was, according to the Bible, name the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. And y'all know I'm an ordained minister. I have a degree in divinity. I've read the Bible zillions of times. So this was out of Revelation. So yeah, I should have been able to go do. And I did go do and said war, death, pestilence, and it took a couple seconds to get famine. But then they were like, oh, way to go, Cece, that's great. And I was like, yeah, supernatural. I didn't remember them because of the Bible, although I should have. I remembered them because of watching Supernatural.
What sort of other questions were there?
There was random ones. There was a few ones that were like American questions, and we did very well on those. We only missed one of those.
Oh.
But
What kind of American questions?
like name the 3 states in the U.S. that begin with the letter O.
Oregon, Ohio, Oklahoma.
Yep. And one of the questions was, he gave us 10 movie titles and we had to pick which 5 had submarines in them.
Hunt for Red October?
Yeah, that's the first one. We were like, yep, that one is it. Yeah, so we did that. So it was fun, even though we epically lost. If we had been second to last, we would have won a prize as well.
Oh.
But we were not second to last even. We were very last.
Oh.
But we had fun. It was a lot of fun. And then I wanted y'all to celebrate with me, because do you know what today is?
Wednesday.
But do you know what today is? It's a very important, very special day.
What is it?
Today is day 100 of Whole 30.
Wow.
100. I'm going to need you to take a picture for me later so I can do a side-by-side shot.
Okay.
Because it's epic. It has been so amazing for me. My foot is falling asleep. I'm going to stretch right here. It has been epic for me, and I am so thrilled of how well it has gone, and I want to say thank y'all so much for the support you've given me in this. This little boy is so cute. I am going to still continue to eat pretty Whole 30-ish, but allowing myself to have a treat or something every once in a while. Like a slice of the Hub's birthday cake that I froze so that I could have some. I'll have that tomorrow. Yay. Okay, do we have anything else besides our normal stuff?
I don't think so.
Okay, so we're going to talk about hashtag GDK Crafty Pad. What is it, Demi?
It stands for Geeky Girls Knit Crafty Photo a Day Challenge. We have a list of prompts for each month, so you take a look at the prompt for that day, take a picture related to it, and post it anywhere you like. But we pick our favorites from Instagram.
So the June list is live.
Yeah.
We're going to put it here when we put the photos as well. What is our June theme? Should I sing it for them?
Oh, yes.
Summertime and the living is easy. That's the theme. Oh, I'm not supposed to be knitting, I'm supposed to be purling. This is a very easy pattern, but see, I get distracted and then I'm knitting on the barley. So yes, our June list is live. Summertime and the living is easy is the theme. Since we're starting our cow next week. Yeah, so what are we about to show them?
2 photos from us that we liked and 5 photos from other people that we liked.
That's right, so here come the photos. So those were our favorite photos. Great job, everybody. I don't know actually what these photos are, because at this point we have not picked them.
Yeah.
We will pick them after we get home. So it's never too late to participate. Just take a look at the prompt. I need to take a picture for today. Today's fun. Take a look at the prompt. Take a photo related to it. However you want to relate it. We're very cheater friendly. However you want to relate it. Post it on Instagram. Make sure you include the hashtag GGK Crafty Pad, because that's how we find your photos, and yours might get chosen. All right, let's talk about upcoming events. Am I first or you? I can never remember.
I'll take
You're first. Okay.
Okay, so this year's Indie Yarn Crawl here in Edinburgh. Oh no, kids are falling down.
No, they're trying to roll down the hill.
Oh. Yeah, that hill is not very conducive for rolling.
No, it's not, because it's like on an angle.
Yeah, so this year's Indie Yarn Crawl here in Edinburgh is going to be on Saturday, the 11th of June.
Yes. And it includes Ginger Twist Studio, Kathy's Knits, and Bee Inspired Fibers. There will also be a pop-up market at the Safari Lounge, where I will have a booth with my stuff. And that's also where the after party is going to be. If you go to the website in the show notes, you can get all the details. And I have designed this year's Indie Yarn Crawl 2016 socks. We just had the photo shoot before we came and recorded. Maybe I'll put in a sneaky peekish image here.
Sure.
This is the third year in a row that I've been able to do that, and so I'm so excited. So that pattern will be available on Ravelry as well. So, sorry, I just kicked the camera. I didn't mean to. Apologies. Yeah, so if you're in or around Edinburgh, you should definitely come to the Yarn Crawl. The Yarnporium, which is an event by Yarn in the City, is going to be in London on Saturday and Sunday, the 5th and 6th of November, and we plan to be there, and we're very excited about it.
I can send my pattern there then.
Yeah, if we get accepted, we have to. We've put in the application. We have to see if we get accepted.
Oh yeah.
Okay. We encourage you to plan a fun holiday where you come to London for the Yarnporium, then you do some touristy stuff on Monday through Wednesday, and then you attend the Geeky Puff and Knitpalooza, which is a knitting retreat hosted by you and I and Sam of the Knit Run Dig Project Bags and Podcast. This is going to be held in Farnham, UK, so it is about 50 miles southwest of London, on Thursday the 10th of November through Sunday the 13th of November. And we would love to have you. We have some amazing teachers coming. We have lots of fun things planned. The Layer It On Cal Knit Along is starting on June the 1st, and it's so much fun. It's crazy. You should participate if you are coming to the retreat. So where can they go to find out more and apply?
GeekyPuffandKnitpalooza.com.
That's right. And if you have a business in the fiber world, we are also still accepting vendor applications for our vendor market, which will be on the Saturday. In the morning, it'll be open only to retreat attendees, and then after lunch, it'll be open to the public. And it's a £3 entry fee or one knit or crocheted item to donate to charity. All right, I think we probably should move on to the next segment.
Now going to talk about what we're reading and watching.
So what are you reading?
I am still reading Ender's Game by Orson Scott Card.
Okay. You have anything to say about it?
It's interesting.
Okay. How far are you in it, or do you know?
I don't know.
Okay. All right. Are you reading anything else?
No.
But do you want to remind them about something that's starting next week?
Oh, yes. Oh, gosh, next week.
Yes.
Ooh. Yes, next week on June the 1st starts the Summer of Austen, which is a read-along and watch-along I'm hosting.
And listen along if you want to listen to the audiobooks or the radio dramas.
Yeah, Jane Austen stuff.
So what are we starting with?
Pride and Prejudice, and in the next few days I'll put a post in the Summer of Austen thread in our Ravelry group, my reading schedule for Pride and Prejudice. You don't have to follow along with it exactly, but I'll just post it there in case someone wants a guideline.
Like what chapters you're reading on what days?
Yeah.
Okay. Because you have 2.5 weeks to read Pride and Prejudice if you want to keep up with us. So.
Yeah, and none of these books are super long. The longest one is Emma.
Yeah. So. But you should definitely come join in on the A Summer of Austen thread in our Ravelry group, because we're having a lot of fun in there. People are suggesting different movie adaptions and different audiobook or radio drama adaptions, and it's a lot of fun. It's a really fun thread, so you should join in. Some people are also knitting something along during the summer that reminds them of Jane Austen, which you could totally put in the Summertime in the Living is Easy Cal.
If it's not a whip.
As long as it's not a work in progress. It has to be June 1st or later. So that's going to be a whole lot of fun. Are you reading anything else?
No.
Okay, let me tell you what I'm reading. I'm going to pick this up because I've read a lot this week. I am reading A Travelogue of the Interior, Finding Your Voice in God's Heart in the Psalms by Karen Dabajian. I have one chapter and the epilogue left. So hopefully I'm going to finish this before we record again next week. I had planned to do some reading on it yesterday, but my schedule got kind of kerfuffled and I didn't get to do it. Fiction-wise, I finished reading 36 and a Half Motives by Denise Grover Swank, which is part of the Rose Gardner mystery series, and it was the final book in the series. But that doesn't mean the characters are going away. She's doing a new series with the characters, but she felt like it had come to the conclusion point for that series, because it's long. I mean, there's like 10 books or something in it. I don't know how many, but a lot. But I've really, really enjoyed that. And then I have been taking full advantage of my Kindle Unlimited thing. Mm-hmm. And I've been reading, and I told you last week I read several books by Amanda M. Lee. This week I read the first 3 books in the Asling Grimlock mystery series, which is about a family of Grim Reapers. But it's humorous, and all the books by her are super snarky and very comedic, but there could be some potential adult situations. I mean, it's not like Outlander, but yeah. We're getting some wind down here now, sorry about that. And train. So I read Grim Tidings, Grim Offerings, and Grim Discovery, and when I was putting this in the show notes a while ago, I found that there's a 4th book. Oh. So I downloaded it, and I will read that this week. And then I'm also reading her Avery Shaw mystery series, and this is about a newspaper reporter who gets tied up in her case, in her articles, and typically ends up with the potential for getting killed by some evil person. And these again are snarky, and there is some adult stuff. But so I've read Who, What, Where, When, Die. That's the first book. If It Bleeds, It Leads. Buried Leads, Shot Off the Presses, the pre-editorial page, and I'm currently reading Misquoted and Demoted. And then I also saw that there's 2 more books after this one that are in this series, so those are also downloaded to read. Fabulous. All right, so let's talk about some television. I'm going to put this back down here and you can start.
Okay, so we are rewatching season 6 of Star Trek Deep Space Nine. We watched Far Beyond the Stars,
which is the episode set back in the 1960s? 50s. It's Captain Sisko having a vision from the prophets. But he's a science fiction writer and writes about Deep Space Nine.
Yeah.
And all the characters are in it without their makeup. So you get to see what these actors really look like. It is so much fun. But the ending of that episode gets me every time about what if we're the dream and somebody has really written this, and I mean, I was just like, oh my gosh, it gets me every time. That's one of my favorite episodes.
Yeah. There's another good one in season 6, In the Pale Moonlight.
What is that? I can't remember what that one's about.
The Romulans, I think. It's got Garrick in it. Far Beyond the Stars is a good episode. It's a really good episode. But it would have been good if it had Garrick in it.
It did have Garrick in it.
Sad face.
Okay, what else are we watching?
We are rewatching season 4 of Star Trek Voyager.
There's been success.
Yes.
They have made contact with the Alpha Quadrant. Huzzah! The doctor was sent.
He did it.
And saved the experimental ship from the Romulans. And now, even though they had been presumed dead, now they are going to do everything they can to get Voyager back to the Alpha Quadrant.
Yay.
Yes. All right.
Okay.
You and I are watching season 2 of How to Get Away with Murder.
Yep.
It's craziness, lots of murder. Man, these people are so involved with murder. I don't remember.
Don't go to law school, kids.
Yeah, apparently not, because yeah. We watched this like really early, right after the last podcast, and I can't remember what happened because there were so many season finales.
Murder happened.
Yeah, but there was murder. There's always murder in that show. Okay, so you and I are watching Blind Spot season 1. The season finale is this week, so we haven't watched it. Actually, it was on. I think we have it ready to watch.
Oh.
I think. So Jane got kicked off the team.
Oh.
Kurt is the new boss.
Oh.
Mayfair was killed. And Kurt's dad admitted to killing Taylor Shaw as he was dying. She's buried, and so Kurt has to go see if So what is this all gonna mean for Jane? Holy crap. I'm so excited to watch the finale. The Hubs and I have been watching season 5 of Person of Interest. They're still trying to get the machine back on track. Elias is alive and in a safe house. They faked his death.
Who's Elias?
He's a criminal, but
Oh.
he's like helped them some and such. And they're gonna have to tell Fusco eventually what is going on because
Does he not know?
He doesn't know about the machine.
He never knows. He hasn't known about the machine. Then how does he help them?
They tell him. They call him and tell him something's about to happen here. You need to go.
And he's never been like, this is suspicious.
No, he has, but they just haven't told him.
But he still works with them?
He still works with them.
That's
Your
weird.
turn.
Okay, so Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., the season 3 finale. Ooh, lots of stuff happened. It was a two-parter. So lots of spoilers for this.
You want to try that again?
I almost said Slinkin. No, Lincoln and Ward/Hive died in the explosion in the ship in space. So
Daisy's vision came true, but she
Yeah.
thought she was going to be the one that died.
Yeah. And Radcliffe is creating a life model decoy, which is basically an android, kind of his AI Ada.
Mm-hmm.
And help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi.
You're my only hope.
Yes. And Coulson is no longer director of S.H.I.E.L.D., apparently. So who is the director of S.H.I.E.L.D.? And now Daisy is on the run.
And that's why Coulson is like trying to track her down.
Yeah.
She took the little carving to the little girl.
Yeah.
That made me cry. So now we must wait.
Okay, it's your turn. Are you guys ready for this?
Holy crap. Yeah, you better like prepare yourself, like hold on to something because, okay, the season 13 finale of NCIS sobbed through the episode. Ziva is dead.
How do you feel?
I feel very sad about this. I was hoping that we would see her one more time. And I was hoping that she and Tony would get together and that would be his reason for leaving NCIS. But I like scrolled apparently. Oops.
Yeah, you can't touch the screen.
But the reason Tony left NCIS, he and Ziva have a daughter together. Her name is Tali, named after Ziva's sister who died. And she's the one that survived the explosion. And Tony didn't know he had a daughter. And he didn't think that Tali knew that he was her father. But then they found a photo, and she pointed to Ziva, and I can't remember. Ima, which is
Mama.
Yeah, in Hebrew. I was like, with language. And then she pointed at Tony and said, Abba, which is father. I'm about to cry now. And Tony said goodbye to everybody because he needed to go be with Tali, and they were going to Israel to try to learn some about what Ziva has been doing. And as he was saying his goodbyes, oh my gosh, it's okay. He called McGee a very special agent, Timothy McGee. It was so sweet. I'm sorry, I'm crying. We've been watching this show for so many years, and you just get invested in the characters.
Finale of NCIS.
So Tony is gone. Okay. The Hubs and I watched the season 2 finale of NCIS New Orleans, and Russo was evil, and I knew it. I was like, from the beginning, I was like, this guy's not good. But Mary saved the day.
Oh, good.
Yeah. And then season 11 of Supernatural. So the season finale is this week. So we had God and Chuck again, and Lustiel, and Crowley, and his mom, and the witches, and the demons and angels, and Sam and Dean all together working together to try to defeat Amara.
Did they do it?
They failed.
Oh.
And now Amara is killing God/Chuck and the whole world.
Oh.
Yeah. We watched the season 3 finale of The Blacklist. Are you ready? I knew it. Lizzie is alive. They faked her death. They faked her death. But
oh no,
she's been captured by Alexander Kirk, who was the one that orchestrated the whole attack on her wedding and trying to kidnap her there. And Alexander Kirk is her father. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So now she's been kidnapped, and Tom and Agnes. So Tom knew she was still alive, and it was Mr. Kaplan that helped, who is a lady. I don't know why, but Mr. Kaplan, it's a woman. She's the one that helped fake it, and she kept it secret from Red, and Red is very angry with her. But so Tom and Agnes went to where Lizzie was, and they were together, and they were happy, and they were going to live a new life. And then Alexander Kirk showed up and kidnapped her, and she doesn't know where Tom and Agnes are. They're not at the house because Red got there with Mr. Kaplan and his people, and they're gone. So now we will have to see what happens. Bones season 11. This was a fabulous episode. It was the one about the a cappella groups, and there was singing and happiness. The season 5 finale of Grimm. My foot is asleep again. Meisner is dead. He was killed by Black Claw.
Who's Meisner?
He was one of the ones that he wasn't a Vesson, but he was trying to help defeat Black Claw.
Oh, everyone seemed really shocked when he was dead.
Yeah.
Like, was he a really great guy?
He was. He was kind of like one of the top guys. So, Rosalie is pregnant. Eve was injured, but she was healed by the magic stick. But
the magic stick of destiny.
The magic stick of miracles. But it appears that it has turned her back into Juliet. Yeah. Diana used her powers to make Renard kill Bonaparte.
It's kind of scary.
After she used her powers to suffocate with a bed sheet, wrapped her up like a mummy, the lady that Renard was having a relationship with, and she didn't like her, and she wanted her mom and dad to be back together, and so she just murdered her. This little girl, she's crazy. And now Renard and Nick are face to face.
What's gonna happen?
To be continued. And then another sob-worthy episode. Oops, I just closed the thing. Outlander season 2. So I watched this yesterday while I was at Starbucks. So I knew what was going to happen. This was the episode called Faith, and I knew she was going to die. Jamie and Claire's daughter, who passed away, she was stillborn. I knew from reading the books that she was going to die. So I knew this was going to be an emotional episode. So I'm watching it, and the first 15 minutes or so is very emotional. Jamie's in prison. She's all by herself trying to recover and deal with this, and so there was lots of crying for me. And then we get to the middle part of the episode, and it was still emotional. There was stuff going on and everything. And then we get to the last 12 minutes, and she got Jamie released from prison. This is not a family-friendly show. This is an adult-friendly show only. Tammy does not read or watch this. She did what she felt she had to do to get Jamie released from prison, and he comes back to the house, and she tells him about what happened with Faith, and I was in Starbucks literally gasping, sobbing, because it was so emotional, and her holding baby Faith and talking about her fingers and her toes and her hair and the shape of her eyes, and oh my gosh, she's gonna make me cry again. It was so emotional. This was the week of emotional TV. I cried a lot on TV this week. I think I was texting with someone who watches as well, and I said, I think that this may be the best/worst episode thus far, because it was so well done, and the grief that Catriona, who plays Claire, the acting was amazing, but it was such a sad episode. Yeah. So, and Jack Randall is evil. Evil, evil. Evil. did a very evil thing to a little boy. Evil. That's all the TV is. Yeah, it was an emotional TV week, a very emotional TV week. I think we should like take some deep breaths and then come back for the next segment.
And now it's time for our March, April, May Sheepy Spring Cow.
That's right. This is coming to a close very quickly. This started on March the 1st and runs through the 31st of May, which is like next Tuesday. It's for any project you knit, crochet, weave, or spin that you can convince us is related to spring. No whips are allowed. You had to start it March 1st or later and finish it by the 31st of May. Feel free to poly dip in other cows. It's totally fine with us. I don't think we've ever done a cow where we haven't said you can poly dip. So yeah, we totally advocate for that. We have lovely, lovely prizes that are on the screen right now. A huge thank you to our sponsors who donated stuff. We will talk about them in detail next week when we announce the winners. Or if you want to see them in detail now, you can go to our show notes.
GeekyGirlsKnit.com.
And read all about them. Every project you finish and post in the FO thread counts as one entry into the giveaway. You must be a member of the Geeky Girls Knit Ravelry group to participate. The tag for it is #GDKSSK16. We'll lock the thread. You'll lock the thread the morning of the 1st of June. More about that because I'll be away from my computer. Get something, a leaf on you. I'll be away, but you're going to close it on the 1st of June, and then we'll draw the winners on the next podcast. There's a chatter thread. And that's everything except for who finished projects this week. So who finished projects this week?
A1 Darwin, Abby N ×2, Aidbar ×2, Bead Weasel, Crazy Knitting Fool ×5, Crouching Cheese ×3, DG White ×2, Eleanor Gamgee, Ellie 15 ×2, Hazy Summers, Jessie's Girl 84 ×5, Cat Wings, Knitster Monica, Cosmic ×2, KPM CQS, Mantha Mac, Muzzer Z ×9, Napier's Knits ×2, Phoenix Fire, Pinky Peppy ×6, POKDEJ, Princess Bumps ×3, Rogue Robot, Rue CMC, Sylvia 1002 ×3, VVFB, This Dove Knits ×2, Tiny Dancer Knits, and Vegan Jilly.
Way to go, everybody. Okay. Sorry, there was kids rolling down the hill and
it sounded like a seagull.
And yelling. There are seagulls right up there. Look, there's 2 of them.
Oh, they're following us.
Yep. So you need to have your project finished and posted by next Tuesday because Dammy will close the thread the Wednesday morning when she gets up. So make sure you get them posted and we will announce winners next week. Yep. Let's move on to the next segment. And now it's time for summertime and the living is easy.
Cal.
Yes, so this is starting. It's going to run from the 1st of June through the 31st of August. It's for any project you knit, crochet, weave, or spin that you can convince us is related to summertime. How could they do that?
You can do that by your project's color, summer colors, colorway name, purpose, pattern or pattern name, design element, or if you can't think of anything else, you made it in the summer.
That's right. No whips are allowed in this cal. You have to start at the 1st of June or after and finish by the 31st of August. But we highly recommend that you poly dip in other cals like the Knit Girl Stash Dash, Suburban Stitchers Around Your Neck cal, the Knitmore Girls Summer of Lace and Beads, the Knitting Broomstick Coffee with Cece cal, or I can't remember what her sock cal and her sweater cal are called, but she has them. I'm trying to think of other cals. I don't know, but you can poly dip in them as long as you follow the rules. Ravelinics. So feel free to poly dip. We're totally fine with that as long as you follow the rules. So every project you finish and post a picture of in the FO thread will count as one entry into the giveaways. You have to be a member of the Geeky Girls Knit podcast group on Ravelry in order to participate. The hashtag is GGKSSK16. summertime16. Hashtag GGK summertime16. We will lock the thread the morning of the 1st of September and draw the winners on the next podcast. You'll have 30 days to claim your prize if you're a winner or you forfeit it. There will be a chatter thread. I haven't created it yet, but there will be a chatter thread in the Ravelry group. And we have some lovely, lovely prizes that we want to show to you. So do you want to like take them out and put them in your lap and then hand them to me as I do them, or maybe? Because there's a lot of them. We have a basket of them down here. I think that's the first one, yes. So Kelly, who is Kelly Cron on Ravelry, donated a skein of Gnome Acres House Gnome yarn in the Stars Hollow colorway. Hello, Gilmore Girls. And the reason we decided to put this in the Summertime Cowl is so that the winner will receive it in order to knit it in the autumn, because this is very autumny colors and it's fabulous. We have another donation by Kelly, who is Kelly Cron. This is from that Semi-Pharaoh girl. Semi-Pharaoh girl? I think that's how you pronounce it. It is a Wonder Woman project bag. The inside is just a natural, but it's a drawstring and it's fabulous. So cute. So thank you very much to Kelly for those donations. From Boga, who is knitting in France, we will have 3 winners. Each winner will get a set of stitch markers. So we have apples there in the middle. We have pink biscuits, which are cookies over here in the UK. And we have blue tulips. From Catherine, who is Kexkrumelchen, we have one winner will win a copy of her 9 pattern Siebengebirge collection. How would you pronounce that?
Siebengebirge?
Sure. We're going to go with that. If you stay tuned for the review section in a few minutes, we're going to review the collection. From Julia, who is Nimrus of Pendia's Jewels, we have a set of Outlander stitch markers. So you know the ones I showed in Yummies? Somebody's going to get a set. So there's the Jamie, and there's Claire. From Danielle, who is Gothica 101, stay tuned for the review, because we're also going to review some stuff from her. So first up, we have a set of mahogany obsidian stitch markers. So there's a heart and then just some beaded ones. We have a skein of Bonfire Night colorway from, this is still from Danielle, Gothica 101. This is the Bonfire Night colorway. It's 100% British wool. It's a 4-ply, 95 grams. And with that comes a set of Autumn Magic stitch markers. This is not picking them up well, but they are stunning in person. So somebody will get that. We have also from Danielle, Gothica 101, a skein of yarn. It's lovely. The colorway is Fantasy, S-E-A, Fantasy. This is 100% Wensleydale wool. It's a 4-ply, 50 grams. And with that comes the Blue Seas stitch markers. This turtle is so adorable. So somebody will get that. And then from us, I guess people know us very well. They know we like kittens and games and craziness, because we ended up with 2 copies of the Exploding Kittens card game. So one of you is going to win it. The Exploding Kittens card game. It is so fun. It's so silly. Yeah. And then also from us, we have a skein of Zwerger Garn Opal Smile yarn in the Entzuken colorway, which is German for delight. This is how it knits up. So those are the prizes. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 prizes. 12 prizes for y'all. So thank you so much to each of the people who donated prizes: Kelly, Boga, Catherine, Julia, and Danielle. And we are so excited about the Summertime Cowl. So put on your thinking caps, figure out what you're going to do,
and you might be one of the winners. All right, we have another segment to record. We'll be back.
And now it's time for a review and giveaway.
And actually, we're going to have 2 reviews and a giveaway. So first up, we're going to start with, as I mentioned in the summertime prizes, Catherine, who is Kex Kremelchen. She designs under the name Lou Cookie Designs. And she has released part 1 of her Seibengebirge collection. We apologize if we're butchering the pronunciations. We Googled them, but we're trying. So, this collection, 3 patterns released on May the 20th. There will be 3 more on June the 20th, and the final 3 on July the 20th. So, very, very cool. So, and we'll be reviewing those as they come out. So, we want to talk to you about the 3 patterns that released so far. First is Heisterbach, which I am absolutely in love with. I'm putting pictures on the screen. This is a headband made out of bulky weight yarn. It only takes 40 to 60 yards. So it's very yardage friendly. It would be a great gift because it's going to knit up pretty fast on 7mm needles. So, and she tells us that the inspiration for this headband came from the beautiful ruins of the Heisterbach Abbey in the
Seibengebirge,
not far from where Catherine lives. The beautiful Gothic arches of the ruins inspired the design that would be perfect for a walk or a hike around the abbey on one of those crisp fall mornings when the fog between the hills has not yet completely disappeared, but the sun is about to break through it. There are 2 sizes of the headband, and as you might have guessed, you remember I bought this yarn, the Lofty, this black, and a button. This is going to become a Heisterbach for me. Won't the black be stunning on the pink, especially when it's like brand new, fresh pink? I'm very excited about this pattern. So I will be knitting that up soonly. The second pattern is the Rabenlay, which is a shawl. It is done with light fingering weight yarn, and it's knit on US 6's 4mm needles. And I love the color way she did it in because it's got pink in it, but I'm sure you knew that. And she says about it, overlooking a little suburb of Bonn, Germany, the Rabenlay is a rock face composed of basalt created during the volcanic active period in the Seibenbergen during the geological period of the Tertiary. The combination of personal, historic, and geological significance inspired the design of this crescent-shaped shawl, and it features garter stitch panels, slanting lace sections, and a border pattern inspired by the patterns of the basalt. It is lovely, lovely. She says that it would work especially well for gradient yarns. You know what? I might do it in that. That would be really pretty.
Well, do you have enough?
Oh, probably not. But I might be able to like match something with it to make it a full-on gradient. That could work. So that might happen. That is because it's very beautiful. I really, really like it. Yeah. And then the third pattern is the Olberg, which is a pair of socks. It's done on sport weight yarn with US 2.5 3mm needles. And she says that the Olberg, which is 460 meters, 1,510 feet above sea level. It's the highest hill in the Seibengebirge. I'm trying. If you master the steep way to its top on a sunny early summer morning, you'll be rewarded with a beautiful view over the whole Seibengebirge, the hills of the High Eifel, and also the cities of Cologne and Bonn. And the socks were inspired for those early morning hiking trips to keep your feet warm and comfy. And they knit it fast because they're done in sport weight. So there are two sizes. The medium is 52 stitches and the large is 56 stitches. And I didn't pull this pattern, this picture to post as we're talking about it, but you should go look at the pattern page because the main picture is like the sock is like floating in midair, but it's not photoshopped. They actually photographed it that way. I'm still not 100% sure how, but it cracks me up. But it's a beautiful pattern, and like I said, it would knit up really quickly. So I'm trying to see how much the full collection is. Give me a minute because I closed that tab. Just a second. Okay, so the full collection is 19 euros 80 cents. 1980 euros.
Yeah, just say 1980 euros.
Which is about 15 pounds 47p for 9 patterns. That, I mean, not even 2 pounds a pattern. What is the date today?
25th.
If you buy the whole collection before the 27th of May, you can use the code HOME5, HOME, and the number 5 for 5% off the whole collection. That would make it even a better deal. So these are, I love these patterns. I'm so excited to cast on for the Heisterbach headband because I love it. And it may end up being knitted in like a gazillion colors because I'm in love with headbands. I don't have one on today. I had one on yesterday. And I really like the shawl pattern as well. I'll have to see if I can get something to coordinate with that gradient. Because that would be really pretty. And the socks are super fast knit, and the photography is hysterical. It cracks me up. So, do you have anything you want to say about the patterns?
I like them.
Yeah, they're fabulous. So thank you so much to Catherine Kex-Kremelchen for giving us that collection. And stay tuned because the podcast after the 20th of June and after the 20th of July will review the second 3 and the third 3 patterns. So, and as we mentioned in the summertime, Catherine donated one full collection for one of the winners. So that'll be fabulous. Now, we have another review. Hold on, I need to get a sip of water. Danielle of Gothica Yarns. I don't know why there's an A there. There should not be an A there. It should be like that. Okay. Danielle, she's Gothica 101 on Ravelry of Gothica Yarns on Etsy, gothicayarns.etsy.com. She sent us a massive parcel for us to review and give away. And you already know that we're going to be using, giving away some of those prizes in the summertime, Cal. We've already talked about that. But we have some more to talk about. So, do you want to talk about what you're keeping out of it?
Sure. So this is a 50-gram skein, 100% British wool. It's 4-ply, and the colorway is Happiness.
And it is Happiness. Yellows with a little bit of orange and pinks.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. And what else?
Some stitch markers. They're called Celtica, so they're purple and have hearts with Celtic knots.
I'm just going to take them closer so they can see the knots. Fabulous. And what I'm keeping is, I'm keeping some mini skeins. And what I'm going to do is make these all into one stripe on my blanket. So first up, I have a Supernatural mini skein. And then I have a set of 4 mini skeins in the Fusion colorway. So pinks and purples. And then I have a set of 3 mini skeins in the Princess Beach colorway. So I'm going to, I think, I need to check the yardage on those, but I think I can put all of them together and make one stripe in my zigzag blanket, which will be fabulous. And then, of course, I am keeping pink stitch markers. Does that surprise you at all? No. So let's see, what else did she say? Okay, wait, which ones are we using for that one? Okay, these ones are the ones that we're giving away in a few minutes. So first we're going to tell you about some other, some of the other colorways that will be going into probably our winter knit along prizes. So this is 100% British wool, a 4-ply. There's two 50-gram skeins, and the colorway is Berry Crime Scene. See, there's purples and a natural and a little bit of maroon. And along with that will be the Gothica Original stitch markers. So that'll be a winter prize. Along with...
I thought you were keeping that one.
No. Oh, I am. I'm keeping... Yes, I'm keeping this one. I forgot. This is going to be another zigzag stripe. Sorry. This is also 100% British wool 4-ply. It's a 50-gram in the Space Bomb colorway. Oh my gosh, the light's blowing it out. Yellow and whites and blues and oranges and pinks. And I'm going to use it as a stripe in my zigzag blanket. So also for the winter cowl will be the Dark Princess colorway, Dark Princess stitch markers. And the Wolf Moon stitch markers. I love those beads. They're very iridescent. I'm going to hold this up and show them. Here's her card, Gothica Yarns, Danielle. So we are going to do a giveaway.
Mm-hmm.
This yarn is so lovely. The colors are just beautiful, beautiful. And the stitch markers are amazing. Gorgeous, gorgeous. So the giveaway we're going to do right now is we're going to have 2 winners. And to enter to win, what we want you to do is go to Danielle's Etsy shop, which is gothicayarns.etsy.com.
With a Z.
Yeah, GOTHIKAYARNZ. Gothica Yarns. If you go to our show notes, you'll be able to click on it or the giveaway thread in the Ravelry group. And we want you to find your favorite thing in her shop and then come back to the giveaway thread in the Ravelry group and tell us about it. And that'll be your entry. We will leave this open until we record episode 195 and announce the winners. So we're going to have 2 prize winners. The first winner is going to win this 50-gram skein. It's 100% wool 4-ply in the Punk Princess colorway. And you're going to get the Punk Princess stitch markers. There's a skull. I don't know if you can see it. Isn't that fun? I almost kept this, but I have a lot of these similar colors in my zigzag blanket already. And then the second winner is going to win this 35-gram skein of a lace weight. It's alpaca and merino in the Innocent Dreams colorway. So it's mostly white with just little bits of like a lavender.
And green and pink.
Yeah, and some green and pink.
And purple. Oh,
yeah.
Lavender.
It's hard to pick up the color, but it's beautiful. And you're going to get these, they're just called red stitch markers with that. So we will have 2 prize winners. Make sure you go to Danielle's Etsy store and find your favorite and then come to the Ravelry group and post in the giveaway thread. And we'll keep it open to episode 195, and then we'll draw the winners. You must be a member of the Geeky Girls Knit Ravelry group to participate, and you'll have 30 days to claim your prize or you forfeit it. We'd like to say a huge thank you to Danielle for the massive package of stuff she sent. It's amazing, and we wish her the best on her new yarny adventure. Mm-hmm. So, all right. Well, technically we are done recording now because we are recording this after we recorded everything in the park. Mm-hmm. I mean, in the garden. But, yeah, we're time traveling again. So, we're going to go away for a little bit, and then we're going to come back, and you're going to get the end of the podcast, which has previously been recorded. Thanks for watching. We'll talk to y'all next week. Bye.
Okay. We should have waited for the train to go by. Talk amongst yourselves. Okay, there, the train's gone. We made it to the end of the episode. Even though we haven't recorded 2 of the segments yet, we'll record those when we get home. But we time travel regularly, right? We're pros at time travel. So we have some announcements that you need to know about. Next week's episode 194, is not going to go live until Saturday the 4th of June. We'll record it on Friday. The reason for that is I am taking a 3-day, 2-night retreat by myself. I'm going to a lovely retreat center not very far from here. I'm going to be taking a social media hiatus for those days that I'm gone, so you won't see any GGK Crafty Pad pics from me or anything. I probably will take some pictures while I'm gone, but I'll probably do them as like later grams, because I feel like I just need to have some time away to work through some things and process some things and look at some things that are coming up, and I think this is going to be a good thing for me. So we will record. I'll be back Thursday, but not until late in the day. So we'll record on Friday, and then the episode will go live on Saturday. So thanks for understanding about that. I want to remind you that the Geeky Girls, not Geeky Girls, the Gilmore Girls, it says GG, and so I say Geeky Girls. The Gilmore Girls kit that I am doing with Boga of Knitting in France and Sam of Knit Run Dig Project Bags, it is going to be coming up for pre-orders. So let me tell you what's going to be in the kit first. You're going to get a 10 color self-striping yarn by Boga of Knitting in France. You're going to get a Gilmore Girls themed project bag.
There are flies.
There are flies. By Sam of Knit Run Dig Project Bags. You're going to get a sock pattern from me called Where You Lead, I Will Follow. And there's going to be goodies. I'm still working on that final price point. I should be able to announce it next week. I'm just trying to get the last few details together. But the thing you need to know is there's only 30 kits available, so it'll be first come, first serve. So the pre-orders are going to be on Sunday the 12th of June at 3 p.m. British Summer Time, which is 7 a.m. Pacific, 8 a.m. Mountain, 9 a.m. Central, 10 a.m. Eastern, those are all U.S. times, and 2 p.m. GMT. It will be on my website,
JavaPearlDesigns.com, which is soon to be
our website. Yes.
I'm excited for that.
I know,
need to come up with a cute bio.
You do, I was just going to say that.
And I need a cute picture.
Yes.
Although every picture of me is cute.
I love the one some of the ones from the Outlander photo shoot, because your curls were amazing. I was showing it to
Really?
no, last night, the lady you were talking about nursing.
Oh.
Hold on, I'll get to that in a minute. But I was showing her because she was like trying to remember what she looked like, and I had one of those pictures on my phone, and she was like, "Oh my God, I love her curls." So pre-orders on Sunday the 12th of June. Only 30 kits available, and then they will ship no later than Friday the 8th of July. So about 4 weeks, just to give us time to get them all processed. So make sure you set an alarm for that if you're wanting to get one, because I have a feeling they're going to go really fast. The pattern will be available for purchase later, but the kits, only 30 kits, 30 bags, 30 skeins of the yarn. So you're going to want to get in on that. Have we talked at all about what you're thinking you're going to go into once you get done with high school?
I don't know. I posted on Instagram about it.
Okay, well, why don't you tell them right quick so that I can kind of tell them what I was talking about.
Oh, wait, nice. I'm wanting to go into nursing, so.
You're looking especially at neonatal or pediatric?
Yeah, but you have to like do main nursing first, and then.
Yeah. So one of the ladies in the book club, she and I were sitting next to each other last night at the pub quiz, and we got to talking. She is from Texas, like us. She couldn't believe I knew what city she was from. I knew about it and all this. But she is a nurse. She did her nursing school in the U.S., and now she is doing her master's degree here in Edinburgh in public health. And so you're going to have a coffee date with her, and she's going to talk about it with Dammy, so that Dammy has somebody that has been through this to kind of ask questions to and everything. Yeah. Somebody is laughing really hard behind it. I don't know. So, yeah, so that's what I was talking about. I showed her your picture because she's met you before, but she hadn't seen you in a while, so I was showing her picture. Just a reminder about the 52 weeks of Charity Cal. The details are in our Ravelry group, and we talk about it, the Cal in detail, on the second podcast of every month. But yeah, we have some lovely, lovely things in there. People are like getting close to being done, some of them. So that's exciting. Do we have anything else other than the normal stuff?
I don't think so.
Okay, we'd like to say a humongous thank you to our Patreon sponsors. We love you guys a lot. You're amazing. Patreon is a site where you can support your favorite artistic people, whether it's podcasters, musicians, artists like drawing artists or painting, or there's lots of different things. Did I say music?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what it is you pledge. I don't know why I wanted a word that started with S. You pledge a certain amount a month, and we have rewards based on what level that you pledge at. And the money right now is going into a savings account to save up for some technology in the case that we're not close enough to each other once you get done with school to be able to record in person. Hopefully we will be, but we'll just have to see what happens. So right now we're putting that money in a savings account and saving it. If you are interested in finding out more about this or sponsoring us, you can go to
patreon.com/geekygirlsnet.
Yes. If you have any questions, feel free to email us or message us. We're happy to talk about that. If you would like to make just a one-time donation to the podcast, you can go to our website,
geekygirlsnet.com,
and there is a PayPal donate button on the right-hand side. Another way to sponsor us is we are Amazon affiliates, amazon.com and .co.uk. If you go to our website,
geekygirlsnet.com,
you can then click through to Amazon, and Amazon gives us a little money back based on what you buy. It doesn't cost you anything extra. We don't know who is buying what. We just have a list of what's been purchased, and that money almost exclusively goes to postage because postage is out of control. So when we ship out prizes, so that is a great way to support us because it has gotten very expensive. If we're just shipping here within the UK, it's not bad, but if we're shipping to the US or whatever, it has gotten really high. So thank you to those of you who do that. We appreciate you. I think that's everything, so why don't you tell them where to find us online?
You can find us at geekygirlsnet.com. There are links to everywhere else we are online: YouTube, iTunes, Ravelry, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, etc.
That's right. So with that, we're going to tell you goodbye. We hope you've enjoyed being with us here in Princess Street Gardens in Edinburgh. We hope to do more outdoor recording over this summer. We have some exciting plans to do some fun things. And we will be back next week. But remember, the episode's going to be late. It won't come out until Saturday. We hope you have a lovely, lovely rest of your week. And don't forget to get your Spring Cal projects posted. And we'll talk to you next time. Happy knitting. Bye.
Bye. So this here is the Scott Monument. Over there is the Balmoral Hotel.
Which is a really famous hotel.
Really famous hotel.
And it's very gorgeous inside.
It's very gorgeous inside. I don't know if you can hear her. This is a tree.
Tell them that it's where I went and had tea in December.
It's where she went and had tea in December. And this is a tree. Behind those trees is a city art center. And there's another tree. It's a weeping willow. And there is the National Gallery of Scotland. Ta-da!